Cancer. How are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we're actually doing the monthly readings. So looking ahead at January, what's in store for you? New year, new energy. Let's see what's going on. It is obviously New Year's Eve today. So we are in the party spirit, especially since it is my birthday as well. So, please subscribe to the channel. I do really appreciate that. I'll take it as a birthday present and say thank you. But this week I am using, we have the Memento Mori. This is a Lenormand and an Oracle deck. I have actually split them up today as well, so I can use them individually. When we do career and finances, I do have the Money Moves Oracle there. Looking at love and romance, we're using the Dark Confession Oracle cards. We will be doing a zodiac run through, so seeing how you're interacting with, each individual sign. Okay, so getting into it for you, Cancer. Cancer. Last day of the year. Let's, go out with a bang, guys. And hopefully we'll get some really great energy for you in January. Cancer, January, start, middle, and end of January for Cancer. Start, middle, and end of January for Cancer. There must be 4 weeks in January, is there? It's actually asking me, rather than doing 3 cards for start, middle, and end, it's asking me to do 2 for the middle, so 4 cards. So start, middle, end of January for you today, Cancer. So kind of take this as a week by week. I'm straight away seeing a lot of similar energy to what I saw for Pisces. Sort of smack bang in the middle here. We are seeing a lot of sort of spiritual energy around you as well this month, Cancer. Starting off at the start of January, we have the Cauldron. So definitely seeing magic in the air for you here. I am actually getting, as soon as I'm sort of looking at that card, holding that card, I am getting this thing coming to me that I've seen online, and it's like talking about soup, okay, and how soup is technically like a potion, because it's like you have to, put in 2 of this, 4 of this, mix it all up in some water in a big pot. It's like a big cauldron. You're making like a witch's brew, but it's soup. Because someone, like, I don't know where I saw it or like the exact wording of how they had it, but it was talking about how, soup is technically like a witch's brew, a witch's potion. And like when you stop and you think about, the origins of cauldrons and witches' brews, it's coming from, a lot of herbalistic stuff. There's this big misconception about paganism and witchcraft and things like that. Yes, there is the dark side to witchcraft, but there is also this absolutely natural, beautiful, earthy element to witchcraft. Not so much witchcraft, but the pagan roots and that side of witchcraft, which is really what's coming through here, because you're making a soup. Like I just keep getting this idea of you making a soup, but it's not necessarily even a soup. It's like you're making your morning coffee. That's kind of like your witch's brew. You add in some coffee beans, you add in the hot water, some of you add in the sugar, add in some milk, which is like liquid from a cow, beans from the cacao tree, sugar from the bee honey or whatever, like when you think about all those elements, and then if you were to word them in, like that very mystical kind of way, it's going to sound like a potion, right? But it's just a coffee. So I'm kind of getting this element coming through, that you're imbibe. Is that the word? Imbibing your brew with intention every day. Okay, so every day, like, I'm getting references to, the way that your intention, like you're putting intention into mixing that, make it like that's something really useful to you at the moment, Cancer. That, if you are someone like me who gets up, the first thing they do is make that coffee. Even if you're just having a glass of water, it's like setting your intentions when you're pouring the water into the glass. It's like, this water is going to replenish me. It's going to quench my thirst. It's going to, give me positive, healthy energy all day long, and imbibing the water with that intention. You're kind of utilizing. It's kind of like it's kind of like spell work here. I'm getting that, turning everything you're doing into some sort of spell work just by putting good intentions into it. And being very aware too that if you're making a meal, a lot of the time people say, yeah, it's made with love. Well, obviously that's going to taste great, even if it doesn't. But what intentions are you putting into your food when you're cooking them? Is it to actually nourish and replenish, to feed your body, in order to feed yourself and your soul? Or are you like not even thinking about what you're doing, and you're thinking about, oh, I'm so frustrated by this, I'm so stressed out? Are you putting your stress into your food, and then you're consuming that and allowing yourself to, have even more stress building up and building up and building up? I feel like the start of January, you need to think about that. It's coming through very strongly. And that's, it doesn't even want me to clarify that message. That's what it is. The second, the first middle, we have the memento mori, which means remember that we all will die. Remember that you must die. The inevitability of death. So it kind of brings to light, well, why aren't you living? The memento mori card, it really does talk about, a reminder to live while you have the opportunity to live. Make the most of your life. Stop, especially combined with that cauldron energy there. Stop not putting conscious effort into what you're doing. Start putting conscious effort into every little thing that you're doing. And even the mundane little tasks like cooking your meal, pouring a glass of water. Because would you rather, enjoy your life, or just, keep imbibing yourself with this stress, this negativity, where, you may as well die right now? Like, it's inevitable, yes, but if you're not living, what's the point kind of energy? So I feel as though this month is just going to be very magical, in the sense of it's really asking you to pay attention to yourself, and pay attention to what you're actually doing, even just with the mundane stuff, and how can you actually start enjoying the littlest things? How can you start enjoying your life? How can you start enjoying yourself just that little bit more? The second middle, so the third week of January, we have the chiromancy. Fate pulls, fate holds the strings in its hands. Yeah, the strings of fate are being, fate is your puppeteer, but the more you know yourself, and the shape and the lines that create who you are and your soul, the more that you get to know each and every little tiny little thing about yourself, every fine line, every, finger shape, the better that you know yourself, the more knowledge you have of where you can go, how you can live, where you've been, where you're going, understanding self. Okay, so this is the palmistry card, the chiromancy, the palmistry card, which is really about reading yourself, reading your body's cues, reading, your past in order to intuitively know your future or know where you want your future to take you. The palmistry is the study of not only the past and the present through your own physical body, your hands and your finger shapes, but also your future and what may yet come, what fate might yet still have in store for you. And the better that you know yourself, and the more that you're, involving yourself in this magic and in this, what, death is inevitable. Stop worrying about what hasn't even happened yet and start looking forward to all the things that could happen yet. It's just like a perspective, a mind perspective here of, enjoying life to the fullest while you've got it, while you've got that chance, rather than stressing about, things for especially here, Cancer, things that have not happened yet as well. And then the end of January, we have the harp. This is very interesting as well. I will clarify this particular one. I'm really not feeling the need to do much clarification for you today, Cancer. It seems to be very spiritual connections, straightforward messages from those cards alone. But the harp, it's like the music of your soul. Finally, at the end of January, you start actually being able to hear the sound of your own soul, the music of your own soul, that the beat of life around you, within you. There's this huge connection for you this month with the energy, with spirituality, with self, with a deeper meaning, a deeper understanding to what your life is all about, what you want your life to be all about. A deeper sense of connection here. This is really positive energy, and it's like, the music of the world, the music of your soul, that deep connection here. And listening to how beautiful life can be. Really, really twisting yourself around a bit to see the beauty in life and to, make the most of every moment until that song stops playing. So we've got a lot of magic, a lot of music, music coming through there. Clarify the harp for Cancer at the end of January. That's an interesting message. I have the fox coming through here, followed by the crossroads. Okay, so the crossroads is like a big choice or decision coming up at the end of January for you. Needing to make that decision, focusing on what is best for you, being a little bit trickster energy here, where you're, saying what you need to say to get what you want out of a situation. Because the fox is very intelligent, very clever. So you're really thinking through the decisions and what's going to serve you best, and using that to guide you here. But I'm also getting, with the fox and the crossroads here, I'm actually getting, that devil at the crossroads, especially with the harp there as well. It's that the story of, at the crossroads, you meet the devil, and and that song that you have to play off the devil. I can never remember the original thing, right? Because I always, every time I think about that, it's the Tenacious D song that comes to mind. The greatest. This is the greatest song. It's not the greatest song. It's just a tribute. So yeah, that tribute film clip, and they meet the devil at the crossroads, and they challenge him to a duel with the music, and they wrote the greatest song in the world, and they beat the devil at his own game. That's kind of what you're doing here. It's kind of, you need to beat the devil at their own game when it comes to this decision or this choice. It's like someone's trying to give you a choice, but they're trying to deceive you with the choice here, because we have the snake coming through as well. So this choice may actually be connected to a Scorpio. The crossroad is also Libra. So we've got Libra and Scorpio coming through there as well. But like, it's being very, very intelligent, very clever with the way that you're making this choice, this decision. So I'm kind of just intuitively picking up here that, straight away I can't make a decision immediately. I need to think this through properly. Needs to be something that you're willing to say with this thing, that you need to see how this plays out. You need to wait. You can't just make this decision rush. Whatever this decision, it feels like it's being given to you, this choice. And it's kind of like Cancer. Do you choose this or do you choose that? But someone's trying to say to you, like, oh, you should. I feel like someone's trying to say to you, this is your best choice. Go this direction. This is your best choice. But the more that you actually stop and think about that's kind of an illusion, a fantasy, a deception that that's the best choice for you. Because even though it may look like the best choice, it's actually not. So it's giving that the easy choice, the easy option is not actually the best option here, Cancer. You need to sort of let it play out a little bit deeper, play it out a little bit deeper. Listen to the music of your heart. Yeah, listen to your heart before you make this choice. Don't sort of don't make a passionate decision immediately. Need to really stop and think about this clearly and use your brain rather than just making a rash decision from impulse. You need to take your time here, and you really need to really think about how it will all play out. And it's kind of like it's feeling like there might be some musical element that's guiding you here as well. So, listen to the music or ask the music even. It's like you're offered this choice, and for example, someone says, Cancer, do you choose black or do you choose blue? And the easy choice sounds like blue. Blue sounds like the best choice for you, Cancer. Maybe you should choose blue. And then you say, hang on, I need to think about this. I need to think about this. And then you say to the universe, okay, help me make this decision through music, please. And then I'm going to play 3 songs in a row. And whichever one speaks to me with the answer that I need to hear, the choice I need to make. And then, you hear a song and it's like Painted Black by Vanessa Carlton comes on. Maybe it's my Spotify you're listening to, because I do love that song. And so straight away, there's your answer, black. It's not actually blue, even though blue looked like the obvious choice, the easy choice, the choice that you're being directed to by the person, or the, black is actually the better choice for you. So for some of you, that may be a tool that you can use to actually literally ask the music, okay? But I do need to move on. You're gonna have probably the longest reading of the day. Cancer, checking in with career and finances for you in January. Money, money, money. Career stuff for our Cancers in January, please. Sweet success. It's not difficult to get everything you want and enjoy it. Get what you want. Getting what you want this month. That's why it's important for you to imbibe everything you're consuming this month with the positive energy. We also have social status coming through here. You will reach the heights of fame and society. Don't get arrogant. So I'm just kind of getting, it may not even be like literal social status or fame. There may be some connection here to social media for you in January with your career or your status. But it's like, don't get arrogant. Don't think that just because you're doing really well that things can't go wrong. You need to continue to do well. You may be getting some sort of recognition in the workplace, but don't allow yourself to sit, oh, now that I've had that recognition, I don't have to do anything. No. If you want to continue that sweet success and get what you want, you need to, continue pushing. You can't just sort of get arrogant and be like, oh, well, now I'm in charge kind of thing. Especially too, because we do also have exhausted coming through. So, you may exhaust the people around you a little bit here if you do start to get a little bit arrogant. I'm picking up, but feeling financially drained, lacking options, recharging and regrouping. So I feel like that might kind of creep up on you a little bit here if you're not careful. It's not feeling like a 100% energy. It is feeling like this is why we can't be too arrogant. This is why we do need to, stay focused and, also make sure that we do take time for relaxation and rest in amongst it all to make sure you recharge yourself and regroup, because you don't want to get to the point of exhaustion in January. Okay, so if you're unsure about taking that extra shift or working those extra hours, maybe don't push yourself to do those things. Do what you need to do and but don't be too arrogant thinking that you can do it all. Okay, is what's coming through there. All right, looking at love and romance for you, Cancer, doing the zodiac run through, looking at how you're interacting with all the other signs. Starting off with Cancer, dealing with Aries in January. So we are asking for love and romance, but a lot of the time it does show platonic connections as well. This is the Dark Confessions Oracle deck as well. So it does it's not going to be the sweet, fluffy messages that a lot of people think they want to see, but are not the truth. So we do see the darker, deeper truths coming through here as well. Okay, doesn't mean there's not a lot of positives, but we just tend to see the darker messages in this deck. Cancer, dealing with Aries in January. I don't understand what you see in me. I don't feel attractive. So Aries is just they just don't get it. They just need a little bit of extra reassurance. They may not feel attractive, but I feel like saying to Aries, that's my decision. That's my decision. Like, it's up to me what I feel is attractive, not you. Just because you don't think that you're attractive doesn't mean that that's what everyone thinks is attractive. I might think you're attractive anyway. Okay, Cancer, dealing with Taurus. This situation has become very difficult for me to manage mentally. It is draining me. That's an interesting energy, Cancer. Taurus just literally cannot keep up with you mentally. Like, there may be I hate to say it, but there may be a significant difference in intelligence here, and they're really struggling to keep up with you mentally. They may be trying to put on a show a little bit too, that they're kind of more intelligent than they actually are. Cancer, dealing with Gemini. I cannot listen to your voice. It affects my soul. Don't sing to them. There's something coming through here about Gemini has heard you singing. And it is like a siren song. Even if you don't have like a beautiful singing voice, it just affects them. And it's just, they just can't deal with what it's doing to them. Like just watching you sing or talk to yourself or something like that. They just can't deal with it. It's too much. It's like too much of a good thing. Okay. It's because it's like they can't stop themselves. Cancer, dealing with other cancers. No one else makes me feel the way you do, but I'll take it to the grave before I tell you. The other Cancer, they're very, very muchly not someone who wants to share their feelings because they're afraid that they're going to get hurt. I'm picking up with that other Cancer. Watch their actions. Even if they don't say it, you'll see it. Okay? You will see it because they feel it. But they're kind of scared to say it. Cancer, dealing with Leo. Cancer, dealing with Leo. I was afraid that you would reject me if I shared my feelings to you. So you're the Cancer. If you're someone dealing with a Cancer, they may be closer to Leo season than you are. This may actually be the Leo might also be someone that you're not in contact with anymore. But they were also, scared to tell you how they feel about you. Cancer, dealing with Virgo. Cancer, dealing with Virgo. I feel empty and hollow inside. I can't open up right now. Virgo's got some ish going on within their own self. I have picked up energy like this from Virgo in a couple of the readings now, especially when it's Virgo dealing with the water signs. They may be trying to, fill this hole within themselves with something that's not actually good for them. Like I'm getting addictive behaviors coming through with the Virgos at the moment. They're just not in a good place. Cancer, dealing with Libra. Cancer, dealing with Libra. This connection bores me to death. I need something more exciting. Do you know what that is? Libra, it's like Libra is more into the thrill of the chase kind of thing. And they know that you're caring and they know that you care. It's kind of giving that this Libra is like the sort of person that they tell themselves that someone is boring if the person is honest about how they feel and doesn't make it like play hard to get all the time, that kind of thing. They like the thrill of the chase. Is what I'm getting with Libra, and they don't have to chase you because you're honest with how you feel. That you're open and honest, and they don't have to like. It's not a game. You're not playing games, and Libra seems to want to play a game. Maybe an immaturity thing with that Libra. Cancer, dealing with Scorpio. There is a big hole in my heart that I cannot fill on my own. Scorpio feels like you're the piece of them that's missing, honestly. That's a really sweet energy, actually. Cancer, dealing with Sagittarius. Whoa. I need to free myself from fear and doubts. I am a caged bird. Sagittarius is trapped within their own mind at the moment. They're dealing with some self-worth, image stuff. Cancer, dealing with Capricorn. Cancer, dealing with Capricorn. I'm going through a roller coaster of emotions, but I won't admit it. Sounds pretty legit Capricorn energy, to be honest. A lot of Capricorns feel a lot. Capricorn feels a lot, but they just, a lot of them don't let it come to the surface. They don't really let you know about it. But that actually kind of means here, Cancer, that Capricorn, it's kind of this, I love you, but I hate you. It's kind of all the emotions all at once. I love you and I, you know, you mean everything to me, but you frustrate me, you scare me, you know, there's a lot of mixed emotions there. It's a roller coaster. It's like they don't know one day to the next how they feel about you because they feel everything. Everything. They feel a lot, but it's also, you know, there's a lot of hurt and pain, anger mixed in with all the love. Cancer, dealing with Aquarius. Rejecting you was protecting myself. I was being selfish. Aquarius, rejecting you was protecting themselves. They did something or said something mean, didn't they? They're being selfish. That was them, not you. That was a them problem, not a you problem. Okay, Cancer. Cancer, dealing with Pisces. Cancer, dealing with Pisces. I have karmic debts that need to be paid before I can come back to you. Yeah, Pisces is sorting out some other stuff in their life right now. Some of them it's actual physically financial debt that they need to sort out in their life at the moment as well. That's what I've got for you today, Cancer. Like I said, longest reading of the week so far. You know, but got to get the messages out when they're there. But you're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all again next year.